we're going to learn all about running totals. So we're going to cover direction, we're going to cover if it's in a pane and if it's in a table, different ways we can visualize it, and so much more. So let's get straight into it. Here I am on Tableau desktop. Dataset is available if you want to follow along. And the first thing I'm going to build is a basic table. So I'm going to bring category into columns. I'm going to bring ship status into rows. Okay, so a very simple 3 by 3. Then I'm going to bring in quantity and I'm going to drop it into text. Okay, and you're going to see exactly why I'm doing this. So let's bring in quantity into text. And now we have some numbers in there. Then I'm going to apply a running total. So I'm going to right click here, quick table, running total. Okay, we're going to get into how this actually functions, but we need to design a certain visualization so you can follow the pattern. Once I have that, I'm going to take quantity and drop it into text again. Okay, so a second time. And what you'll see is we have one field, which is the running total, and one field, which is the original number. Cool. Now we're going to select text. I'm going to modify this a little bit. So I'm going to go into text, hit these 3 dots. All right, and now we're going to move these things around. So I want the sum of quantity at the top. So you can actually just highlight, click it, and drag it. And then I'm going to put the running total underneath. Okay, I'm going to highlight and make them all center justified. And I just want to change the formatting between them. So quantity here, and then I'm going to call this one running, like so. I'm going to make the top one bold and the bottom one red. Okay. That way I can kind of differentiate between them. So if I hit apply, you can see up there, they're looking different. I'm going to go OK. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm going to make the text a whole lot bigger so you guys can really see. Probably even go bigger than that. Oh, it's very big. All right, let's clean this up so you guys can have a look. And there we go. So it's a 3 by 3 grid. Now the black numbers are the original numbers. The red number is the running total. So running total basically means you take the first data point, you add it to the next one, and then you add it to the next one, and over and over and over you go. Again, and then it adds up everything. So the start value is your very first value. The very last one is basically the sum of all your data points. So in our case, what I've demonstrated here is that you can show it in a table. For example, if we're looking here on the top row, the original number was 4,033. Now there's nothing to add it to yet, so we got 4,033 for the running. To get the next point, this one, you're really just adding this number to this number. So 4,000 plus 11,000 gives you 15,000. So how do you calculate the next point? Well, that's pretty easy. What we do is we now take this running value and add it to the next point. That gives you 18,000. Now here's where people get a little bit confused as to go, well, where does it go now, right? So in this case, it actually terminates at the very end. So that is your first group of running totals. Because if you look in the next row, it starts at 2,000 again, right? Same as the original number. But if you take 2,000, you add it to 6,000, you get 8,000. You take 8,000, you add it to 1,802, you get 9,950. That's that group. And then it repeats one more time, right? And then it kind of keeps going like that. So what determines which way it's summing it up, right? So if you go to where your quick table calculation was applied, which is in our case this one, and it's always signified by this little triangle here, I'm going to right click. I'm going to go edit table calculation. Okay, you can do it through here, compute using, but a lot of people don't know what this means, right? So I'm going to show you the one you should use if you're a beginner. So edit table calculation. And once you see this, you're going to start seeing all these highlights, right? So we can see it's actually been called running total and sum. And the reason it's called quick table is because one click and you got a running total. Whereas in other softwares, I believe you have to set all of this up from scratch. Gets a little bit annoying. So we've got running total and sum. And here is the directionality. This is what tells you which way it's going to go. So table across means it's going, so this is the whole table, right? Anytime you see table, that's what it means. Across means it's just going, let me get my arrow tool. It's just going this way, right? And that's true for every row. But what if you wanted it to go this way, then back again, then this way, then back again, right? That is this one, across, then down. And so basically what it's doing is if you select that, it's going whoop, continues on the next row, continues on the next row, and so on and so forth. But you can also start it with going down. Let's say down, then across. So down, across, down, across, down. That's all it means when it comes to the direction, right? This compute using. And you can choose which way it goes. So as you do that, you're going to see it actually color and change. And cell just means it's itself. And there are some cases where you are going to be using that for very unique situations. But that's basically the simple idea of a running total. So now how does this look in a, let's say, a chart or a bar chart? So if I open up a new sheet, we're going to create a very simple bar chart. I'm going to go quantity. Okay, I'm going to dial back the formatting size. So maybe not 20, we're just going to go 11. Okay, and I want to show this over time. So let's say I do by quarter. Okay, there you go. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, I just use the right click drag. So just, if I can get that in for using that button right there. And if I drag it into the columns, it lets me choose which one I want. So I go by quarter. Okay. So now what I want to do is bring quantity in again in here. Okay, let me get my square tool out again. Okay, so we're going to bring quantity in here. And so basically I have two that are exactly the same. I'm going to add the labels in by pressing this button. Okay. There you go. So they're exactly the same. And I want to apply a running total on the second one. Running total. Now, every time you do a running total, you're going to notice this pattern. It's always going to go up, right? Unless there are negative values in the top one. So for example, say I did, and you don't have to do this one, say I had profit and I had it over state, right? You can see some negatives in there. And if I do a running total on the second one, right, you can see there's actually jagged parts, right, with the running total. So, but it is signs that when you're looking at data, you have an expectation of what it's going to look like in case something goes wrong. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So now we have the running total, and it's the same idea. This one plus this one gives you that point. This one, and this one gives you that point, and so on and so forth. That's your running totals. The idea is the same whether it's a line chart, whether it's an area chart. The idea is exactly the same. And that's also true for when you do a visualization with panes. So if I add category into the columns, right, I'm going to switch this back to a bar, right? If you notice here with the running total, it goes up and then it continues when it crosses this line, right, which is like the next category. And it does the same here as well. And it continues on. What if I didn't want it to keep going all the way across? Well, then you have this option. If I right click and go compute using, right? Now you're going to see this word pane. If I go into edit table calculation, you're not going to see that. You're going to see that now, but it wasn't available before because there was no pane. So when you cut up a full view into individual ones, these are called panes. Okay. Each one of these subsections, the whole thing is called a table. So right now it's set to table across. That's why it's going all the way across. But if I set it to pane across, watch what happens. Okay, if I close this, you can see every time that the running total resets. So it does this section, starts again. So you got 642, 642, starts again, 162, 162, and starts again. All right. So the last thing I'm going to show you is that you don't just have to use running total by itself. You can use it as combination, something called a combo chart. So if I just use this one, say I get rid of category, for example, and I wanted to show both of these on the same visualization. Well, how would I do that, for example? Well, I can actually control each of these measures. So the running total, for example, this one here and this one here, I'm going to switch it to a line, like so. So now one's a line, and generally with running total, we try not to add every single number. We just want the number at the very end, because that's really what we're interested in for running total. So we go label, line ends, and just end of line. See that there? All right. And then we want to overlay this with the one above it. So the way we do it is a dual axis, like so. And now you have this. Now, a few formatting tips when it comes to combo charts, right? Or anytime you have two sets of axes, right? You get that axis and that axis. It's very easy for people to misinterpret which one is for which visualization. So trick is, if this one on the right is for the orange, we're going to format this by right-clicking. We're going to go into Axis. I'm going to modify this to be the same color as the line. So we're just going to go orange, bold, and straight away, the brain just associates it, right? We do it for this one as well on the left. We're going to make this blue, bold, and there you go. Now they're going to associate. The last thing I'm going to change is if the bar chart is the one in the back, right, that we wanted to fade into the background, we're just going to reduce its opacity down so you don't really see it as much, but it is there, right? And we're going to get rid of these labels here. So we'll just turn that off. And we lost the other one because we haven't got it in here. So I'm just going to hold Control and duplicate this one and drop it into there, just so we can bring that back. So if you were to format a combo chart, that's what you would be going after, just because there's less to process, but the bars are still there as secondary information. By the way, I teach all of this in like super detail on my website, so be sure to check out Jellyman Education, where I teach not just this one, but every single quick table calculation. There's examples, assignments, quizzes, tests, all that, so you really master this technique. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.